Right, welcome Oxford Part 2. Continuing to look at Oxford University. And, as you see here, he provides world-class research. So this is a bit to do with tea drinking, right? And education to benefit, obviously, to benefit the royal court. And anyone else, basically. Just the aristocratic class and all that, right? And of course, this was to do with coronavirus research, was the Oxford vaccine or whatever they call it, right? Coming from this place with these people, right? Research University. Of course, there's the lie of 1096. And there's 11 and the 6, 7. So you know what I mean? Just the Masonic codes at 6s and 7s, and the 11 for the two pillars. Right? Latin Dominus Illuminati. Of course, this is the day with the Lord is my light. Dominus Illuminati or Mea, right? So when you get shills talking about the Illuminati, right? This is basically what they're talking about. It's it's the Illuminati idea, something the shills created to as a spook story and all this, right? The Lord is my light, and obviously these are the people who are in charge of everything and all that, right? So when they're talking about the Illuminati, it's obviously these, right? As you can see, Psalm 27, the King James Bible, and 7 of these here, right? That must be a Bible, right? This is a Bible, this book. 7, I don't know what they are like, but 7 of them there, and 3 there. 3 crowns, so you could 777 quid straight off the bat. Interesting stuff about the perception of an image formed by reflected sunlight. So the day with the perception, see, as opposed to the realities of things, but the perception of an image. See what I mean? Lots of code put in. Obviously, being a trans is a perception, and not reality, right? Yeah, they use this type of idea a lot, like the Dark Side of the Moon thing by Pink Floyd and that. Like it's all to do with this, see, about tricking the sort of mind with perception of reality, right? Light, so God is light, right? Again, the idea of the light, the trickery of it. So the rainbow idea to do with light being perceived by the eye type of thing, right? The world rests in God's hands, right? This is the way to think of ourselves, see, is God, or everybody and all that. Things radiate by virtue of their constant dependence on this creative act. Right? So these people basically think themselves God, end up, right? They always say Psalm 27, right? King James Bible. The Lord is my light and salvation, whom shall I fear? Right? So again, this is their motto, right? So the type of these are to do with putting fear into people's minds, right? They use fear and the perception of fear in order to control and be as God to our peasants and that, right? Lord is my light. Of course, the salvation idea is to do with their tea drinking, right? Beginning with initial D in the Dalit. 19. You see fear in the mind's eye, right? Basically a lot to do with the Oxford University. The way they basically condition people and all that. Like fear conditioning, manipulations of viewing and imagery, right? Visual stimuli, see, all this stuff to portray like the idea of being a god, whoever peasants and that, right? Of course, popular idea, love the idea of the mind's eye, because that's like for programming people's brains and that thing. The centre for the mind. Oxfordshire Mind. Mental health charities. Of course, they love the idea of mental health charities because they like to turn people sick, right? They like to make people sick in the mind if they can, right? Fear is the mind killer. That's from whatever movie or whatever, right? Of course, is our dark side of the moon thing, right? Basically, so they must love this type of this idea would have got this technique of projecting things and receiving things in the mind, and obviously the rainbow is to do with transes anyway, right? But also to do with perception of light, on the mind's eye and all. Of course, these are posh as these Pink Floyd. Alright, posh boys, aren't they? Little T-boys and posh. Released on the 1st of March 1973, so we're very coded again with 777 codes and 13 ideas and all that. Meddlers, see? They're like a medal and they're Nick Mason. So of course, dirty teas all around, like, sometimes light appears to play tricks. Right? Remember things like the trickster god, Mercury, and the Hermes and that, see the trickster god, right? And there's like a transcode transmit, put the transcode in. And the eyes playing tricks with us idea, see, like, because obviously being a trans and what have you is basically like an optical illusion, see, like the trick. So you think you're looking at a man or woman, and you're looking at what you're seeing is the opposite. They've been playing this trick on people for a long time, right? Long time. Not as long as 1,000 years of Oxford, like, but you know what I mean? A few hundred years, right? And they trick the brain. So there's ways to, this must be of very much like interest to them in this sort of Oxford research society and all this thing. How to basically play tricks on people and mess with their perceptions of reality, see? That's what they're all about. Of course, all the hex and the news and the garbage like that comes out of Oxford University, basically, see? End of. That's that's what it's all about, basically, this. You see here, basically again, Oxford University is the home of journalism. Lies, journalism. The Masonic journey and the lies. Long been the training ground for the Britain's most successful journalists and broadcasters. Casting the spells out. And the most successful, i.e. the best liars. Get the biggest lies out and all that. across the airwaves, like the light waves and that. Student media. There's a bit of hex there to do with it, Oxford journalist. And there's the Reuters Institute, Politics, Oxford. Institute or the Study of Journalism. So basically, study of hex, basically, right? Of course, like this tea drinker, right? I'm totally unique, of course. Yeah, presents on the BBC News. Yeah, an honorary fellow of Exeter College, Oxford. Chakrabarti. That one is the sister of this trans, or the brother, Shami, Sham 69, born in 69, Sham 69. So again, there are transes, right? Rona Khan, Baroness Chakrabarti, the director of Liberty, Liberty, Liberty drinking, right? Of course, the libation, a drink poured out as an offering to a deity, liquid offering, see? Tribute, dedication, and sacrifice. So again, the tea drinking, the trans idea, right? Like women's lib, that's what women's lib was all about as well, see? The women's liberation movement, right? Of course, it was actually transisting, right? WLM, like that BLM you got now, right? Again, trans is in charge of it, tricking people in that sense. Had this women of the world unite type of idea, see? The ones at the forefront of it were all teaching this, right? Like that one, yeah. Total tea drinker. And they doubt not all of them were like, but the ones who was running the sure type of thing, was all transes, definitely. Of course, they love like ideas like that because it's because crossing the genders over and all that, see. Nice to see a 7 on there, see. That's a big one there, and you can tell straight off the bat that's a trans. Yeah, you can tell straight off the bat that one's a trans, right? Even these ones here are big transes, like, but look at that one there. Yeah. With a stance, and, with emphasis on the T, the cis, cry and the cis, like the crisis actors idea and all that. So, always been using the same similar stuff.